Would it bother you if you retired and you didn't fight Tyson Fury? Would that grain on you and bother you?
50-50. No, because you can never look back. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I think for me, if you know my mentality, it's like, it is what it is, isn't it? But then at the same time, as a fight fan and as a fighting person, I want to fight all the challenges in my generation. You know, I've already signed to fight Fury a few times, and you can never fault me for that. Then they had the arbitration with Wilder. Then they tried to blacklist me when they had their trilogy. You know, Fury's called me out and said he's got 24 hours to sign a contract, and I've been through it with that guy. So from my end, it would be annoying, but 100% I've tried. And I'll do everything I can to make it happen, and I'll hang around as long as I have to make it happen. That's on my end. I can't control what another man's going to do.
Is it down to him? I mean, he put a tweet out the other day.
I think we should stop talking about it because he's retired. You know what I'm trying to say?
Leaving messages, though, isn't he?
Huh?
He's leaving subliminal messages.
Yeah, but my thing is that, like, you can't retire. Okay, if I say I'm retired and I'm not retired, what am I retiring for? Like, what? So we still talk about the fact that we're going to fight, but he's retired? Is he retired?
He put a tweet out the other day, said he wanted a trilogy with Volodymyr Usyk in front of 100,000.
It's a hard person to do business with when they're not not a straightforward person. But that's what makes him Tyson Fury. That's what makes him unique. So yeah. But as I said, I'm not going to worry about what he's doing. I can only worry about what I'm doing. Get this little 6-7 weeks out of the way, recover and get straight back to it basically, and then I'll be focusing on myself. And as I said, if it don't happen, I've done everything I can in my heart and mind. So yeah, we keep going in it and watch the next generation come up and make sure that they don't make the mistakes that we did.
If it don't happen, it's an absolute disaster, I've got to say.
I think you'll still go home and sleep well.
I'll go home and sleep. I'm lucky enough to be able to do that, but if it didn't happen, it would be, in boxing terms, a travesty. It would.
I don't think it would be.
It would be.
I think people move on quick because I feel like
Moving on to exactly.
there's life. COVID happened and everyone's moved on. I always think life. That's my perspective of life.
Comparing you and Fury to COVID, man.
No,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like, rest in peace to our queen, but she passed away and like the world just moves on. It's nuts, you know.
I don't think any boxing fan of our generation will get over this. I don't. I don't.
Thing's still going on. Still talking who would have won that fight.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
We got Brooke Khan,
I'm
yeah?
always thinking of a global scale. On a global scale, I think in the pubs and stuff like that, yeah, I'll be like, fucking hell, Fury and Joshua didn't fight. But I think on a global scale, I don't think it matters that much.
Well, it matters to us.
It matters to us.
It matters to us. It matters to
I
us.
always say with boxing, you can't reel off 10 of Muhammad Ali's fights off the top of your head.
Foreman, Fraser 3 times.
No. Foreman, Fraser, just call Fraser.
Right, Chuvalo.
Henry Cooper.
Who?
Henry Cooper, 1966.
Oh, eh? You know, he's been waiting to use that one. Pub quiz over here.
Bob Foster. Leon Spinks.
Yeah.
Exactly, by the way.
Gary Holmes.
And-
Gary Holmes. What am I on?
Archie Moore.
Archie
You can
Moore, yeah,
Floyd
yeah.
Patterson. You can. What I'm trying to say is that you remember the character more than you do the
Yeah,
fights at the end of someone's career.